before we get started, we want to do a little compare contrast. So my mother was a teacher, and Elena's been doing this for a very long time. I've been doing this for 15 years of being a scientist that goes into classrooms. I've seen a lot of different scientists go in, and I got to act out two real scenes that have really happened, and two different approaches. I play the role of the scientist in both clips, and my own children and a friend of theirs are the students. And the scene is in a classroom. It could be any classroom. It happens to be a classroom in Fairbanks that we could get to easily. We also have a teacher that you'll see pop in and out. His name is Mr. O'Regan. Scene 1. Here it is.
Hi, kids. My name is Scientist Katie, and you may have been wondering what our crew, I'm scientists from a university, and you might have seen out on the ice our crew out there looking at the ice with the big machines. And raise your hand if you saw a scientist out there on the ice and you were wondering what we were doing. Oh, that's great. Well, we really wanted to give back to the community, and so I just really want to thank Mr. O'Regan for inviting us into his classroom today to talk about what we've been doing on the ice. Oh my gosh, this is a really important graph for all of us to know. Sea ice is so important to the world. Look at this graph. Look at this graph right here. On the bottom axis is the years, and on the top axis, and on the y-axis, which she probably has. Anybody you done any graphing? Okay. Yeah. What do you know about graphs?
That x comes before y.
Yep. X comes before y. And look at this. What do you see in the line?
Upsy downsy, upsy downsy, upsy down.
Upsies and downsies. Every kid in the Arctic should know this graph. It's how the sea ice has changed in the Arctic over time. And let me tell you why it is so important. Okay, I'm gonna change the screen. Oh, the albedo effect. Everybody repeat after me. Albedo effect. Okay, here's this one more time. Albedo effect. Albedo. It's like you can see that the light that comes in, it bounces off the ice and it helps cool our planet. So instead of it absorbing, it is reflecting the heat back into outer space to help keep our planet cool. And guess what? There's a big problem now. And that the sea ice is having a harder and harder time, and the world's getting warmer and warmer. Yeah. So that is why we're here in your community to study sea ice.
That was good. It seems like the kids were okay, but I did notice one of the kids started to put their head down. The graph was maybe a little too much for that age level, but it seemed like one of the kids liked the graph. Okay. So scene 2, a different approach to coming in to the classroom. All right, here's scene 2, starting with some storytelling rather than the science. Hey, thanks for inviting me to your classroom, Mr. O'Regan. We're so happy to be here. We work on a project called Fresh Eyes on Ice. And we are coming to your school because you might have seen us out on the river, but we have actually been working with your tribal council, and we've known your teacher for a very long time doing Globe. And we're here because you guys are real scientists that are really contributing. Can you tell me what you've been doing out on the ice with your measurements? What have you been observing?
But the ice is thawing.
The ice is thawing. How could you tell?
Because it looked more shiny.
Oh, it looked more shiny. Yeah.
The water was coming over the ice.
Yeah, you could see the water coming over. You are probably have more knowledge about the ice in your own town than anybody else in the world. Who else could you ask for information about your ice? You're watching it. What other ways could you observe the ice? Yeah, Flynn.
You take thermometer.
Oh, you could take temperature. That's a good one.
We could use satellites to see if we can figure out the temperatures.
Ooh, satellite imagery. Yeah, all over the earth there's satellites. I see that you guys have been making observations on other things. I'm looking around the room right now, and you got plants growing, you got branches to study green up. All those things are giving us clues about how healthy the earth is and the timing of the seasons. So we track the ice because the timing is really important. What things can happen when the ice starts to thaw? How would you know, between in winter that you can do things on ice and in summer you can do things on ice, right? What kinds of things can we do in the winter?
We can go sledding.
Sledding and skating and skiing on the river, dog mushing,
Ski touring.
snow machining. How do you know when it's not safe to do those things?
When you're the little
Oh yeah, you use all your different senses, all your different ways of observing. Once the spring comes, what happens?
then the ice starts thawing.
Yeah. How do you know when you can put your boat in?
When the water, when it's all, it doesn't have any ice.
Ooh, okay. I want you to think right now of a story that has to do with ice that's in your life, and it could be in the winter or the spring or in fall, any time of the year that has to do with ice. Think of a story that you have, a real one, your family or you and your friends out on the ice. Think about it right now. Just take a second and think about what's my ice story. We actually do this story. This is my friend Alan's story.
An ice class.
Yes. That's another way that we observe ice. Mr. Regan that crawled right through here to do a secret note. Mr. Regan, yeah, ice class has been going on for more than 100 years, and that's the starting gun for the springtime, and everybody is so excited. You guys went to see the Indiana Ice Classic on the big festival day, right? You helped build the tripod. Yeah.
And we did our own class.
Guess it?
Vision, no.
That's so cool.
Looked at the data.
Yeah. I want to show you. So we do my ice story at every school that we go to, because we want to know what's important about ice to you. So this is our friend scientist Alan, and he drew his ice story. Those are his dogs on his dog team, and he's got something, I can't see what that is, but he's got something important up on the hill, and so he relies on the ice for his dog mushing. And then this is when we went to Venati, and there's people drawing their snow machines and people drawing them camping out and stuff like that. So think of your ice story.
So I'm skating, and then the ice is cracking.
Was that a specific time?
In spring, that 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yours is kind of about safety, but also about having fun on the ice, right? Yeah. What is yours?
Mine was about, going to coal mine number 5, skiing out there, and looking at the methane bubbles sliding on the ice, and watching my sister go wee down the hill and landing hard on the ice.
Ooh, so yours is also about having fun. Tell me more about methane bubbles.
It's
cool that you put that in there, yeah.
We would be trapped in the ice, and you would we were try to poke it out with ice hammer.
Yeah, I pull. Yeah. And sometimes people even light them on fire, right?
It's big.
Yeah. All right, tell us about yours.
My story is of me ice skating, and me seeing a really little kid hopping in a pool of water that was pretty cold and within a Satan.
What? Where was that?
In the gym class only with ice skating.
Outside right here. Oh my gosh, and there's animals in your picture, and they also rely on ice. What would you say is important about ice in our town based on your pictures?
I think that it's important to have ice for getting around. It makes it more easy. sometimes. Yeah, and also like if you really get down around, it's way faster skiing and sledding than just walking.
Go through the trees or being, yeah.
This is really important that you can make snow forts if like hard wind is blowing, then we can make forts.
Yeah, for survival. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Also, it provides water, like fresh water, because if it's like snow and like ice, they come down around like certain sun, you can scoop up in it and do cans.
Yeah. In some places I know, in Shishmark, where Aunt Lisa used to be a teacher, they would go and harvest fresh water from the lake, because a lot of water is salty, I think. Yeah. So awesome. So we're gonna go out on the ice with you, and we'll take another bit of measurements. We'll try to fly the drone to see if we can get more information about the ice. And yeah, we're just excited to be here to get to meet our collaborators face to face. What do you think was different about the way that scientist came into the classroom?
Soon went into the classroom and talked and gave us an activity to do, actually.
Rather than just looking at the graph or the why it's important. Okay.
She cared about our questions.
Oh. What do you think? What's your feedback? What made that one different?
Well, I feel like that scientist more like she had us do an activity to get our minds first engaged, and then she went on about like saying, "Oh well, this is what we're doing, and like this is data, and it's super fun." Yeah. Very like and she had like a mixture of like the first one, about like being a scientist that is like fun, but like it's about but she got stuff done and did a good job of like explaining.
I heard that was really interesting feedback from the kids. They liked having something to actually do. I noticed that they were able to engage a little bit better, and every single kid was engaging. Yeah. So
Makes a difference.
it makes a difference.
The approach that is taken.
Yeah. So we will dive deeper into this. There was a clear difference between the two approaches. One applied some elements of Arctic pedagogy and reciprocal design for education experiences, and the other was just well-intentioned, but maybe not very well thought out. So let's dive in and learn more about what leads to a really good experience for students in the Arctic classroom.